Please click on the subscribe button so you get notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
Time for my 5 flaming hot picks for NFL Week 13, ladies and gentlemen. First, let's recap. Last week, we went 2-3 on our picks. We had the Colts plus 7.5 over Detroit. That was a dumb pick, in my personal opinion. In hindsight, Detroit smashed the Colts. The Chiefs on the money line over the Panthers because we knew the Chiefs all season have not been covering the point spread, but we're winning close games. Chiefs came in clutch. Commanders minus 10.5 over the Cowboys. I said literally moments before I picked that game that if it's a division rivalry game and the point spread is 7, take the underdog. What did I do? I took the Commanders minus 10.5, and I looked like the dumbass because the Cowboys ended up winning that ball game. Texans on the money line over the Titans. Another game that irritated the fuck out of me. Texans ended up losing that game when they should have won. And then we had the Ravens minus 2.5 over the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh never has beaten his brother in the NFL. Not the Super Bowl, not the regular season. Trend continued. Ravens whooped that ass against the Chargers on Monday Night Football. Now, let's get into NFL Week 13, ladies and gentlemen. So, pick number 1, we have the Texans minus 3.5 over the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence should be back. I believe Tank Bigsby is also going to be back. But again, this division rivalry game, it's only a 3-point spread, and I think the Texans, after being embarrassed last week by the Titans, are going to come out guns blazing and are going to take advantage of a rusty Trevor Lawrence who hasn't played in about 3 to 4 weeks. Maybe in the second half they're going to make it a close ball game, but I still think the Texans minus 3.5 is the pick for this game. I got the Chargers on the money line over the Falcons, literally a pick 'em game. I genuinely believe the Chargers are going to smack the Falcons. Jim Harbaugh, after a loss, I think he's a dominant head coach, and I like what the Chargers are doing. Up until the fourth quarter, that game against the Ravens was close, and then the Ravens just took it by the horns and ran with it. I still think the Chargers are a much, much better team than the Falcons, and Justin Herbert is leaps and bounds better than Kirk Cousins. I believe their offensive talent is on par. Yes, I know they got bigger names in Atlanta, but they haven't played to what their names and their draft stock has dictated them to play. I believe Justin Herbert is doing more with less, and I know J.K. Dobbins is out, but I still believe that the Chargers are going to be able to pull this win off. I got the Commanders on the money line over the Titans. They're due to win. It's the Titans. Titans are feeling mighty fine about themselves, especially after beating the Texans. The Commanders, after being embarrassed by the Cowboys last week in a game that we all thought the Commanders were going to win and win handedly, got embarrassed. And if they don't come out guns a-blazing and if they don't come out pissed off, the Titans are also going to upset them. I believe in Dan Quinn's abilities to elevate the defensive staff, the defensive unit, and I believe Jaden Daniels, he's just going through his rookie aches and pains. Personally, as a Niner fan, I need the Commanders to lose this game so our playoff hopes remain alive. But realistically, I think the Commanders on the money line against the Titans is the way to go if I'm going to be an unbiased fan. Now, pick number 4, ladies and gentlemen. I got the Ravens minus 3 over the Eagles. Lamar Jackson's record against NFC teams, I think, is like 21-2, 21-3, 24-3 or something like that. He's also undefeated against the Eagles, 1-0. Against Vic Fangio, he puts up numbers against Vic Fangio defenses. And I believe Lamar Jackson is just a much better quarterback than Jalen Hurts, and that's what's going to ultimately be the difference. The Ravens, after last week, playing against the Chargers, another physical team, you could give the Eagles the rest advantage, but I genuinely believe in Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, especially because they got a lot to play for. They need this game more than the Eagles do, because the Eagles are going to, even if they lose this game, they're going to win their division and they're going to still be one of the top 2, maybe 3 seeds in the NFC. The Ravens, they need to win this game to remain in the playoff hunt and to potentially remain in the division hunt against the Steelers. Ravens are probably a little bit more hungry, in my personal opinion. And the combination of the run duo threat between Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, I think is a much better cohesive unit than Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, even though I believe Saquon Barkley is leaps and bounds better and younger than Derrick Henry, in my personal opinion. And then game number 5, 49ers +6 to cover and potentially beat the Buffalo Bills. Now, realistically, I don't think we're going to beat the Buffalo Bills, but I think 49ers +6 is the way to go, especially because Brock Purdy's back. Last week we saw Brandon Allen go out there, get his ass beat, get his ass handed to him. He wasn't ready. And realistically, I think Brock is it brings life back into the offense, especially because he's been getting more reps in with the talent that he has at his disposal. CMC, he's due to have a big game again. He's out of midseason form. And we're realistically, I think, a week out from getting Dre Greenlaw back. So as long as we make it a tight ball game, and especially because the Miami Dolphins, who are their division rival and also run a similar offense to what the 49ers run, I think the Niners are going to make it a close ball game. I think the Niners +6 is the way to go. They're going to cover the point spread and potentially upset the Bills. Realistically, I know that's a long shot, but I think they will cover the point spread and the Bills will ultimately end up winning this game. Now, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Texans -3.5 over the Jaguars. The Chargers on the money line over the Falcons. The Commanders on the money line over the Titans. The Ravens -3 over the Eagles. And the 49ers +6 to cover against the Bills. Guys, please subscribe, like, and comment on the video. Share this with your friends, families, and partners. Make some money with my picks, listen to my sports takes, or just watch for some positivity. Always remember, desire is power, and if you desire to be great, you have the power to be great. Thank you for watching another 5 Flamin' Hot Picks. Stay tuned for every Saturday, and go check out the latest episode of N1 from the End Zone, Smacks on Twitch TV and A&A Radio. Shady Mob Podcast channels. Look at the QR code. Love you all. See you soon.
Guys, have you heard? Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Baby